Hello everyone and welcome to a Vectis log analysis I've been doing for the past couple of days, looking into the fights. I want to say up front, it's not a super complex fight. It's mechanically quite simple in my opinion. It's a bit of Aramatras with a very heavy healing check. I've seen a lot of people say it's also a DPS check. I can't really agree with this from what I've seen on logs. What you see here is the last... last 50 guilds who have killed it, and you will see at the duration here that the fight is basically anywhere between 7 and 8 minutes. Now if you get past 8 minutes, like these guys here with a 9-minute kill, you're gonna get a 4th intermission, which is really bad. But overall, like as long as we're in this 7 to 8 minute mark, we should only get 3 intermissions. And as long as you're anywhere within those 3 intermissions, you know, it's kind of fine, like when you kill the boss. I think the healing check is the most important, obviously. And the DPS check is not so much in the boss damage, I don't think. It's more in killing the adds, and specifically the 4th add of each, let's call it phase 1. I'm going to head into that. What I have here is a log from Solaris on their kill. And I'm just going to take you through the pattern of the fight and how it's honestly like really repetitive. So it starts out, right, they've got the 4 markers set up, I believe. They're not super stacked up just yet. They're kind of working on it. You know, debuffs go out, people here are swapping around according to the weak aura and the DBM markers we're having. And here you see boss cast Contagion. Now we're gonna have like healing cooldowns on every one of these, minors and majors wherever we can. And boom, the raid drops. And during this time as well, there was an add-up who cast a healing debuff, like a shield. So this is always a combination of absorb plus the blast from the contagion, and that is one set of cooldowns for healing. This basically repeats a couple of times, right? So not much damage going around now. Contagion 2 about to come in. And boom. That's 2. As you can see, another add was up. Gonna be coming Contagion 3. Another add is up, Contagion, boom. Again, a healing cooldown assignment here. And on the 4th add that spawns here, and this is really important, this 4th add spawns basically the same second the boss goes into intermission. You see the boss going away here, and this add is up. Now, this add is the most important to get down for 2 reasons. Obviously, reason 1 is you don't want it to cast a second healing absorb shield, but you also like really want to get it down as fast as we can, like really as fast as we can to be ready for the soaking, right? Because if we're killing this add still, and there's like soaks to be done, you know, we're gonna be getting hit by the things from the boss, and it's all gonna be a nightmare. So keep it in your mind, DPS players. Every 4th add is the most important one. You know, the first 3 in each phase 1, just whatever, you know, if they die before the second shield goes off, I'll be happy. But these 4th ones, we really need to push them down ASAP, like way before they cast the second shield to be ready for intermission. So as you can see here, boss goes away. I probably should look into this actually. So the tank actually pulls away. I didn't notice this before, but the tank pulls the boss away like right before intermission. I'm gonna assume this is so that the boss is not right next to the raid when the first beams spawn. This is actually so smart. We should totally do this. Cool. So just something I picked up just now. Right, so this add is getting murdered. I'm gonna speed it up again. Add is dead. And by this point they're like soaking, or are about to soak, right? So they split up, and you can kind of see, if you guys remember the picture I made on Discord, you know, the quadrants. So like they've got a group here and a group here. One set of guys here, one set of guys here, here. So they're doing that as well. And they're doing the soaking. And there's nobody getting hit. One important thing here is, you know, obviously, so far in Heroic, we've just been face tanking a lot of those beams that come out from the boss. But on Mythic, like, this will wipe you. Like, we gotta avoid the beams. Super important. Like, it'll be the #1 wipe reason, probably. Like, we really have to become good at, you know, not getting hit by those. And then we're gonna have another set of soaks here, I think. And all these guys are getting like really clobbered by the debuffs. Intermission over. They head back into position. And everything you just saw basically repeats 3 times, or well, they can repeat 4 times, but this is literally it, like another contagion here. They're stacked up. The only thing that's different now is that, you know, they have more debuffs, so they're taking even more damage. And this is where the healing check comes in. But the fight stays the same, so contagion 2, boom. And keep in mind, guys, add 2, contagion 2. And there's going to be contagion 3 in a second. And wait, I'm gonna go back to this. So we can see here that our druid friend here, the Resto druid, he has 6 stacks of contagion, or lingering infection. Now, if you have 6 or more stacks of this, you need to be at the raid when contagion hits. Because if you're not at the raid, you're gonna spread more stacks to the people around you. Right? This is like the main mechanic, kinda, at the later stages of the fight. So look at what happens here. This guy knows, like, okay, contagion is going to be cast soon. I'm going to get out the raid. Contagion's casting. He's solo. He's good. He's fine. Same goes for this. No, not really. He has 5 stacks. This guy has 6. He's also solo. Right? So these guys with 6 stacks, they're getting out the raid. They're just backing off a bit. Contagion casting. Boom. Contagion done. And this guy who plays a Mistweaver Monk gets back in the raid. The Druid gets back in because obviously if they're back in the raid, they're going to be safer, getting more healing from the ground effects. But these guys will constantly have to keep in mind, like, okay, every time contagion is coming in, I gotta be at the raid. Same goes for this mage soon. Look, contagion casting soon. Not liquefy, sorry, my bad. Just gonna go back here, right? So intermission over. Contagion, boom. Boom, boom. And here, 4th add spawns. Again, add number 4, keep this in mind. Spawns. Big DPS on it. Again, tank dragging him away. Liquefy. And they do the thing. Yeah, like doing the dance. Okay, stack back up. And the same thing repeats again. So, gonna be contagion again soon. Again, this guy getting out the raid because fucking Solar off. 8 stacks at this point, you can kind of see it. Paladin here, 7 stacks, out the raid. This guy out the raid, 7 stacks. 9, 7, right? All these guys like can't be in the raid anymore during contagion. Contagion's over, it's hit. And they all stack back up. I'm gonna keep an eye on this Warlock guy because he has 10 stacks. Contagion again, so out the raid and back in. And again, they're spreading. Because contagion, like everyone at this point is like super high on stacks now, right? Almost everyone has 6, so like they're all spreading at this point. Contagion, boom. Back in for healing effects. Boss gonna drag him away. Add spawns. Kill the ad. Do the dance. Pray to Jesus. Do some more dancing. Use the healing potions. And intermission over. They're back in here. I'm just gonna try and find my Warlock friend from before, who had like 10 stacks at some earlier part. Where is he? Was it this guy? No, that's the other guy, this guy. 11, gonna see what happens with him. Because when you get to 12 stacks, right, you're gonna spawn an ad. And yeah, he's yeah. I think he gains a debuff here. Bursting Legions. Okay, that's just the one that spreads the shit, so never mind. 12 stacks now. Just stayed on him. Contagion. Oh, he actually dies. And they have an ad here. And yeah, they get the boss at this point. And you know, if you look here, guys, this is what I mean with I don't really think there's much of a DPS check on the boss. Because after the third intermission, they get together, boom, Contagion 1, Contagion 2, and they kill him after 2, right? With some players to spare. And they could even have done a third Contagion, and they would have still had a bit of time to kill it before the next intermission. So I don't really think it's a big DPS check. I think it's mostly mechanics and honestly really killing the 4th ad really quick. Being smart about positioning, not being greedy. And I honestly think that's just about all you can really tell about the fight. I think for us it's going to be a bit of a challenge. Not because we're not good enough for it, but because I think this is also quite a big gear check, especially for healers. And me personally, you know, I'm only like 369. I haven't been lucky at all. I know we have some other healers with lower item level than that. So it's going to be a challenge. I look forward to progressing on it, but I'm not expecting any kind of one shot. So let's go in with realistic expectations. And yeah, hope to see you guys soon.